Hello and welcome to We Learn. This is session 7 of International Marketing Management, International Product Planning. Topics to be covered: Introduction, Product Decisions, Product Lifecycle Concept, International Product Lifecycle, Product Development. Product decisions. Before going to discuss on the product decisions, what kind of a product and kind of product decisions was the company take. First, let's have a glance that why international product planning is one of the important things to study in the international marketing, or if we enter into the international marketing, why it is one of the necessary kind of a thing to understand. Like it is like we all know that in our day-to-day life, a number of products are come to the market, and yes, at the same time they all are claiming for the better product, and they were all claiming that they were using the latest technology. So in that case, yes, if we talk about the previous time of the company or the market scenarios, yes, many things are changed. Product kind of product offering, product techniques, product adaptabilities are very different. There were the n number of reasons comes into a market due to which the changes are occurred for the product. New products was comes into a picture, and they were entered into the market with a very high frequency. The consumer adopt them in a very high frequency. So we all know that to survive in this world, or to be in a human, we used to buy the product, and at the same time, because of our human mentality, we love to add the certain kind of a new thing, certain kind of a new technologies in our life, and a new adoption of a new things, adoption of a new technologies, adoption of the new product leads towards the further development in the product, as well as they force the organization to put a certain kind of decisions on the product basis. Product में किस तरीके के decisions लेने चाहिए, कैसे decisions होने चाहिए, they basically emphasize on the companies. If you talk about the product decisions, yes, it is considered view of many that through the product is not only one of the controllable variable, but yes, there are other variables such as price, distribution, promotion in the marketing. Product decisions are more basic than the decision in respect of the other variable. So in that case, yes, a product which is a good, which effectively meets the consumer requirement, it is known to reduce or to any greater extent problem in the area pertaining to the other variable. We can say that on the one hand, properly convince the product in terms of market requirement adds to the problem in the other decisions areas. In terms of, yes, we have to focus on, if we were talking about the product is not only just we have to be about the good, what kind of goods we are serving in the market, but yes, as well as we need to understand about what kind of a price, what kind of a distribution, what kind of a promotion technique we were actually offering to the consumer. हम किस तरीके की ऑफरिंग उनको दे रहे हैं in every aspect. So that is what the product decisions are. Product decision सिर्फ एक वो नहीं है कि आपकी कंपनी ने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में सोचा, प्रोडक्ट के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स के बारे में सोचा और प्रोडक्ट की क्रिएशन हो गई. No, this is about everything, considered everything about the product. एक प्रोडक्ट से रिलेटेड हर चीज़ को कंसीडर करना है, एंड देन उसके बाद फाइनली प्रोडक्ट डिसीजंस लिए जाते हैं. सो that is why product decisions are comes into the picture. So now this product decision lead towards the one thing that what is product. So product is basically defined as, we can say that it is a good, it is a kind of tangible thing which is offered in the market. Product may be defined as the bundle of utilities or satisfaction also which is served by the marketers also. So in that case, yes, product is what it refers to the total offering by a marketer. It may be physical dimension, characteristics or services, etc. It is what जो overall सर्विंग जो होती है वो प्रोडक्ट को लेकर जो एक मार्केटर करता है. इट कुड बी हैव फिजिकल डायमेंशंस, इट could have characteristics, could have services, it could have the other factors. So in that case, yes, the producer must be very clear about the product perceptions of the customers, कि आपके जो प्रोडक्ट की परसेप्शन है वो कस्टमर किस तरीके से लेगा. एट द सेम टाइम दे विल actually arises, or we can say that the company has to think about that what kind of an offering they were giving. Finally वो किस तरीके की offering है, किस तरीके का product offer कर रहे हैं. Product की बात करें तो yes, a product is all that a customer receive when making a purchase. वो सब चीज़ें जो कि एक customer receive करता है जब वो किसी भी तरीके की purchase करता है, that also comes into a product. So product, and just to get an understanding of the product is like described in the very n number of a way. There is an n number of things to describe the product. So in that case, yes, companies whose product failure rate are higher can be considerable extent trace their lack of success of their failure to perceive the product the same way as a consumer. जैसे कि हम लोगों ने भी डिस्कस किया, प्रोडक्ट वो चीज़ भी होती है कि व्हाट एक्चुअली कंज्यूमर गेट्स, व्हाट एक्चुअली कंज्यूमर्स परसीव. तो उस केस में कंज्यूमर क्या परसीव कर रहा है और कंज्यूमर एक्चुअली क्या ले रहा है, वो भी आपके एक प्रोडक्ट की सक्सेस या फेलियर को बताता है. इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि इफ वी कैन से कि अगर आप जो कस्टमर आपके प्रोडक्ट के बारे में परसीव कर रहा है वो परसेप्शन आपसे या आपके परसेप्शन से मैच नहीं करती है, so automatically this thing harms a company, और probably उस केस में lack of success भी एक रिजल्ट हो जाता है. So in that case, yes, they were the n number of certain things in the product. So product is what all that a consumer receive when making a purchase. So the product must have, अगर जो चीज़ purchase कर रहा है वही जो receiver जो final receive कर रहा है, that is what the product is. So in that case एक functional quality भी हमेशा एक product के अंदर होती है. That functional quality alone is not looked for in the product by the customers. If that were to be so product of the high technical quality alone should sell in the market in terms of sell in the market in terms of कि एक तो functional quality होती है हमेशा product की functional quality is कि वो किस तरीके से produce कर रहा है. Like if that were of two sorts, that means if they were producing high, they were into the high technical qualities, so in that case yes, it is easy to sell, और consumer उसी qualities के साथ उसको sell out भी करेगा because that product obviously having high qualities. At the same time a product compresses the physical entity beside a number of the attributes, some which may be intelligent and some may be intangible. That is what the product comprise the physical entity. अपने आप में एक physical entity है जो कि एक number of attributes से combined होती है. That whatever number of attribute was there in terms of a number of features was there, चाहे वो features हमें tangible हो चाहे intangible हो, but ये certain features was there जो कि उसको एक product की तरह बनाते हैं. Same happens in the international market, that in the international business order are placed for the product on the political considerations also. अगर हम integrations या हम लोग international factors में आते हैं उस केस में भी yes बहुत से ऐसे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स होते हैं, बहुत से एग्रीमेंट होते हैं जो कि कंपनी बेसिकली करती है अपने सप्लायर्स के साथ. इन दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और दैट एग्रीमेंट वुड बी द पॉलिटिकल कंसिडरेशन, दे शुड बी लीगल. वो पॉलिटिकल होते हैं, लीगल सिनेरियोज में बने हुए होते हैं, एंड दिस एट द सेम एंड दे हैव टू फॉलो दिस काइंड ऑफ सर्विसेज व्हेन द पर्सन एंटर इनटू दैट काइंड ऑफ सर्विसेज. Another is the product perception in the overseas market. If you were talking about the product perceptions, yes, a firm face a more challenging environment in the international market than in the domestic market. That's very obvious because जब एक product selling की बात आती है तो international market is very much difficult to get in terms of बहुत ज़्यादा difficult kind of situations हो जाती है अगर international market में से बेचना, because international market is what जहाँ पर आप familiar नहीं हो अपनी audience के साथ, at the same time you're not familiar with your target factors, not familiar with your target customers, and yes at the same time you are not able to get that the benefit of the domestic market. अगर आप domestic market में हो तो obviously आपको कुछ benefits मिल रहे हैं, आपको कुछ ऐसे पॉजिटिव सिनेरियोज राइज हो रहे हैं आपके सामने, तो उस केस में वो सब चीज़ें नहीं हो पाती. दैट इज वाई इंटरनेशनल मार्केटिंग इज वेरी मच डिफिकल्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. सोसाइटल कॉन्सेप्ट, इकोनॉमिकल कॉन्सेप्ट, पॉलिटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स, यू हैव टू स्टडी ऑल दिस. And yes, in that scenario, why we would actually need the product perception in the overseas market? Why we have to create the perceptions? The product perception is basically, we all know that is how the consumer is actually perceive the product. आपका जो consumer है किस तरीके से आपके product को perceive कर रहा है. It is what differ from the country to country, because product perception is actually different from country to country. The perception of a product by overseas customer is likely to be at the various form that of the domestic customer. So in that case, yes, this is a scenario that it would be happen of the certain kind of challenges would be there because of that perception scenarios. So this is because not only is the perception of the product by the overseas customer likely to be at the variance with that of the producers, but it is also likely to be different from that of the domestic customer. आपके जो domestic customers होते हैं उनके थ्रू और उनकी liking factor की वजह से भी एक इस तरीके का environment बनता है. So in that case, in the international business, a firm has to ensure that the company perception of the product matches not of the domestic customer but of the overseas customer. इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस में कभी भी एंटर करने के लिए ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है ये चेक कर पाना कि आप जिस भी मार्केट के अंदर एंटर कर रहे हैं, whatever the international market or international business is, उस केस में the company's perception of the product must be matched with the domestic customers. आपकी जो थिंकिंग है, जिस थिंकिंग के साथ जिस नीड्स को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए आप वो प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं, एट द सेम टाइम वो एक लाइकिंग फैक्टर भी होना चाहिए आपकी कस्टमर्स का, आपकी टारगेट ऑडियंस का. दैट इज व्हाट इज नॉट फॉर द डोमेस्टिक कस्टमर बट ऑफ द ओवरसीज कस्टमर. एंड दिस मीन्स दैट इवन इफ द कंपनी ऑलरेडी हैज इट इन द पोर्टफोलियो a product, or it can be the produce or the process the same within the reasonable time, it may have make minor or the major adjustment in the product to meet the overseas brand requirement. In terms of in the initial level of any kind of a company, you can't come into the commitment, yes, that particular thing is very profitable, you have to trust and you have to carry forward this path. You have to think or you have to be stable in that particular organization कि वहाँ पर किस तरीके से प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट होती है, किस तरीके से प्रोडक्ट डिसीजंस होते हैं, उस हिसाब से probably go and work as a team concept and understand that yes, it is required to be the participation of all the business factor and all the business environment that comes into the product perception in the overseas market. Now another is standardization versus adaptation. Standardization and adaptation क्या होती है? Standardization is about when a business standardized in terms of they were equal in terms of quality, they were equal in terms of brand, equal in terms of quantity they were offering, equal in terms of the quantity they were offering. The only difference is the standardization concept is one of the most standardization, or adaptation is what according to the consumer needs. According to consumer needs means you have to ultimately you have to satisfy the consumer's requirement. If the consumer is looking for any kind of offering or ever ask for any kind of product, so company may serve that. That comes into the standardization with the adaptation. Now let's see what's the book suggest. The first thing which is stated that a firm may begins exporting the product it sells in the domestic market. In terms of the firm begins with exporting the product को किस तरीके से export करना है, किस तरीके use करना है, that is one of the thing which first comes in the mind. Another is it may recognize the significant difference of the consumer needs and condition of the product use in terms of how the product is going to be utilized, what is the significant way to utilize it, and yes, at the same time the standardization refer to the offering a common product worldwide basis. आप worldwide basis पर प्रोडक्ट को प्रमोट करते हैं, प्रोडक्ट को लेकर आते हैं, दैट इज व्हाट द प्रोडक्ट. अनदर इज द advantages of the economic business of the scale, economy of scale, and yes, having the saving on the common cost of R&D, product and pricing. It is to bringing out the product and appropriate range of R&D, and yes, at the same time product price design. So in that case, yes, this is a paragraphic form of presentation, or we can say that this is the format kind of things for the presentation. The first thing is to be considered that the customer orientation, जहाँ पे हमारी sales जो है price is more towards the customer orientation. That is what the major thing is related to the consumer need. This is the major part to understand the consumer need, what kind of an orientation they have. After that, deciding at the orientation, the another is what to indicate the stage of the market demand. Say stage of the marketing demand in terms of sharing the stage of marketing department in the one, or we can say that share the market development. Everybody is participating in the development part, so that comes into the development part. The another is the legal consideration. Legal consideration is what any kind of legality, any kind of legal structures would be there. It could be big issues. And then the is climate condition, physical environment, what kind of a clinical changes, what kind of environment the company is actually looking for. This is about the factors of standardization versus adaptations and implementation of product design. किस तरीके से product design को implement करते हैं. If we talk about the customer orientation, the product range, size, brand name, mark, label, goods, water, etc. And use of the institution, that all comes into the customer orientation. That is the by stage of the market development. It is what that is the size stage of the marketing development date to the product from packing, product simplifications, change in the tolerance, services, after sales service. Another is legal. Legal is what the patent safety channels, commercial teams and control, and mark, name and trade label, was languages, requirement, unit and size. Another is the climate condition and past destination. That is what is the pairing process, who's having a package size and product story, that comes into the standardization and adaptation. Now we were on product life cycle concept. So now in here we were going to discuss about the product life cycle. As you all know that human beings have a life, and yes, this life have in a certain stages. Same happens in the product case. Like product also have in a life, and product life have in a stages. That stages is called as product life cycle. Product are like the human beings. They are born at a particular time, grow or die immediately, fall sick, and ultimately in many cases die. The concept is generally referred to as a product life cycle concept. Environment keep on changing, and in the present day world it is changing very fast. Even if the branded product is enjoying a reasonable share in the market, it is more than likely that the competition will be constantly making the efforts to introduce a similar product. This is what exactly leads towards the more competitions in the company's side. Like we all know that there was a new technologies, high competition, changing scenarios. The technology was changing so fastly. The capacity of consuming the things are changing very fastly. Tastes and preferences of the consumers are changing very fastly. These changing scenarios, these changing environment is actually leaving the organization or we can say that actually forcing the organization to bring out the certain understandings about the product, like what exactly the company is looking in the product, what exactly companies wants to introduce in the product. ये इतना ज़्यादा चेंज सिनेरियो जो होता है हमेशा कंपनी को इन्फ्लुएंस करता है, हमेशा कंपनीज को फोर्स करता है कि वो किसी ना किसी तरीके के अंडरस्टैंडिंग या न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट जो है मार्केट में इंट्रोड्यूस करें. और कैसे कंपनीज को पता लगता है दैट दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू इंट्रोड्यूस न्यू थिंग्स इन द मार्केट? दिस ऑल इज actually get the idea from the PLC. PLC से ही इन सब चीज़ों का आइडिया लगता है. PLC is basically defining the stages of the product की stages से ही companies come to know कि yes, this is the right stage to introduce a certain kind of a product or modify the existing product in the market. So in that case, yes, product life cycle is what the competing, or we can say that it is what competing firms may come out with the same type of product with the minor or a major change, or they may introduce a close substitution for the product, or they may make a better offer in terms of packaging or product service, or win over the customer by the different brand name which finds a better rapport with the customer. That is the same thing. We know almost, if we think about the one any kind of product always having a substitute. The product was serving the same kind of core value, same kind of augmented product, and at the same time same services they were offering, same kind of basic product or basic offering they were giving. So that product always have a certain kind of minor and a major changes. These minor changes or the major changes would lead to the companies to differentiate themselves from the competitor. That minor or major changes could be technological, could be quality change, could be your customers change, it could be brand name, it could be packaging. So these are the basic change through which the product life cycle is actually comes into a picture, and product's introduction actually comes into a picture. So in that case, if we were discussing about the product life cycle, the implementation of the product's life cycle is required. That is why it is required to be implemented. क्यों ज़रूरी होता है product life cycle का इम्प्लीमेंट होना? प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल जहाँ पर हम बता रहे हैं कि यस इसकी कुछ स्टेजेस होती हैं. प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल बेसिकली क्रिएट द एस शेप्ड curve, and they have 4 stages, which is introduction stage, growth stage, maturity stage, and decline stage. These are the 4 stages which actually comes in the PLC. जो PLC के अंदर stages covered होती हैं, जो considered की जाती हैं, वो ये stages होती हैं. During the stage of the introduction of new or modified product in the market, target segment is more similar with the product and sales turnover is not likely to be high. That means in terms of this is kind of an implement stage कि कौन सा प्रोडक्ट, कौन सी PLC जो है किस स्टेज पे या कौन सी स्टेज पे हमारा प्रोडक्ट होता है. अगर इंट्रोडक्टरी स्टेज की बात करें तो इंट्रोडक्शन फेज इज दैट फेज जहाँ पर आपका प्रोडक्ट मार्केट के अंदर इंट्रोड्यूस्ड होता है. इट कुड बी एनी काइंड ऑफ इंट्रोडक्शन. ये इंट्रोडक्शन कंप्लीटली नए प्रोडक्ट की इंट्रोडक्शन भी हो सकती है, या ये आपके एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट की मॉडिफिकेशन इंट्रोडक्शन भी हो सकती है. बट दिस इज वो स्टेज जहाँ पर आपकी सेगमेंट जो है आपके, या जो आपके जो टारगेट कस्टमर हैं, जो आपकी टारगेट मार्केट है, वो आपके प्रोडक्ट के बारे में इतनी फेमिलियर नहीं है. That thing is what customers know about your product. Customers learn about your product, that what exactly your product is. But yes, they were not as much as familiar as they should be. Introduction stage पे. And yes, at the same time, introduction stage पे company have to put huge investment in terms of providing them advertising, providing the knowledge about the product के बारे में knowledge अपने consumers को दे देंगे. At the same time, इस केस में जहाँ पर cost इतनी ज़्यादा होती है, वहीं पर at the same time there is a low sales turnover. लो सेल टर्नओवर इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि बहुत ज़्यादा हाई सेल नहीं होती है. इंट्रोडक्शन स्टेज पर बहुत ही बेसिक से लोग होते हैं, या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि एडवेंचरस पीपल ही होते हैं जो अडॉप्ट करते हैं इस प्रोडक्ट को. सो इन दैट केस इन दिस स्टेज, यस, After that, in this basic stage, those customers who normally trained to experiment with the new product are expected to purchase the product. In that case, ये तब होता है when those customers who normally tends to the experiment, जब consumer really need to experiment the product. So this is what the introduction stage. जैसा कि हमने समझा कि हाँ यहाँ पे experimental लोग ज़्यादा होते हैं, experiment करने वाले जो ज़्यादा experiment उनको पसंद होता है. So in that case, yes, same in the implementation stage, जैसे कि हमने implementation of PLC में introduction stage की implementation देखी. That implementation is similarly follows to the growth stage, to the maturity stage and to the decline stage. In terms of कि अगर growth stage की बात करें, so yes, in that stage company का जो product होता है वो likely scenarios में होता है. That means company का जो product है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा adopt किया जा रहा है market के अंदर. That adoption will lead towards the certain kind of growth factors कि उसमें हमेशा किसी न किसी तरीके की growth अपवर्ड होगी, सेल्स उसमें राइज हो रही होगी, एट द सेम टाइम आपकी जो कॉस्ट है वो उतनी ही मिनिमम लगी होगी. विथ टर्म्स टू द मैच्योरिटी स्टेज, मैच्योरिटी स्टेज में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज व्हाट मैच्योरिटी स्टेज इज बेसिकली सेइंग दैट कि दिस वाज द स्टेज टू चेंज द प्रोडक्ट, और दिस इज द स्टेज जहाँ पर आपकी सेल कांस्टेंट है. इट इज ऑन द टॉप मैक्सिमम, एक पीक लेवल पर सेल होती है और इस पीक लेवल के बाद ऑटोमेटिकली डिक्लाइन ही है. सो दैट व्हाट इज द implementation stage of the PLC at a maturity level, maturity stage, जहाँ पर आपकी सेल पीक पर होती है, but yes you were enjoying the good customers, a good sale, companies enjoying that, company having a profit in the growth and maturity stage. But when after the certain kind of maturity stage, the constant sale leads towards the constant profit. After that, yes, if company didn't take any kind of strategies, company didn't adopt any kind of or we can say that any kind of new thing in the market, the automatically product lead towards the decline stage. That decline stage was probably not when the consumers didn't like that product and yes, product is almost going out of the market. Then another concept is life cycle stretching strategies. That is not very obvious how we can extend our life cycle. हमें प्रोडक्ट की लाइफ को कैसे इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं, हमें प्रोडक्ट की लाइफ को कैसे आगे और ज़्यादा इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं. इसके लिए हमेशा कुछ बहुत सारी तरीके की स्ट्रैटेजीज होती हैं. स्ट्रैटेजीज में यस व्हाट इज दैट एग्जैक्टली स्ट्रैटेजीज इज डिपेंडिंग ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. सबसे पहला तो किसी भी तरीके की स्ट्रैटेजीज में एक प्रोडक्ट की नेचर होगी, यानी कि प्रोडक्ट किस तरीके का है एंड किस मार्केट में है. नंबर ऑफ ऑल्टरनेटिव स्ट्रैटेजीज may be considered each by itself or it's a combination with one or more of the other. So in that case क्या क्या टेक्निक्स ट्राई की जा सकती हैं. सबसे पहले होती है रीपोजिशन द प्रोडक्ट. इफ द कंपनी रियली वांट टू रीपोजिशन इट, अपने प्रोडक्ट को दोबारा से एक थोड़ी सी मॉडिफिकेशंस के साथ यू रीइंट्रोड्यूस देम, यू रीपोजिशन द प्रोडक्ट. Another would be the quality improvement in the product. आप अपने प्रोडक्ट की अंदर क्वालिटी इंप्रूवमेंट लें, and that quality improvement leads towards the further benefit in the market. This is the second possible scenario, जिस केस में हम लोग लाइफ साइकिल को स्ट्रेच अप कर सकते हैं कि आप उसकी प्रोडक्ट की क्वालिटी इंप्रूव कर दो. अनदर स्ट्रैटेजी इज व्हाट द फीचर्स चेंज. आप उसके लुक्स में, उसकी पैकेजिंग कॉन्सेप्ट में, उसके सर्विसिंग वैल्यू ऐड में किसी तरीके की चेंजेस ले आओ. फीचर्स उसके जितने एक प्रोडक्ट के एट्रीब्यूट्स हैं, आप उन प्रोडक्ट के एट्रीब्यूट्स को चेंज कर दो. Another is increase the aesthetics appeal. Aesthetic appeal is what basically the appreciation kind of appeal. That means the overall look, the first look about your product. That is what अगर आप उसकी first look जो हो तो उसकी first appeal होती है, आप उसे अगर change कर देते हैं, so that would be the one of the thing to stretch out your PLC. These are what the minor factor. Minor factor हमेशा उस प्रोडक्ट के साथ होते हैं जो मार्केट में मेजॉरिटी स्टेज पर आ गया, बट येस देयर वाज हैविंग अ पोटेंशियल, उसके अंदर अभी भी पोटेंशियल बहुत सारी है. उस केस में कंपनी थोड़ी बहुत मॉडिफिकेशंस करके प्रोडक्ट को दोबारा से रीलॉन्च कर देती है मार्केट के अंदर. बट येस देयर आर द मेजर चेंजेस ऑल्सो. कुछ मेजर चेंजेस भी होते हैं। मेजर चेंजेस का सबसे बड़ा एग्जांपल होता है द लाइन एक्सटेंशन। लाइन एक्सटेंशन इज व्हाट, जब कंपनी अपने प्रोडक्ट की एक्सटेंशन दे देता है, यानी कि जिस प्रोडक्ट के साथ वो है उसकी एक नई डायमेंशन, एक नया डाइवर्सिफिकेशन उसके अंदर लाकर, या उस प्रोडक्ट को बिल्कुल वाइंड अप करके एक नया प्रोडक्ट शुरू करना। द प्रोडक्ट लाइन में ही ये सारे चेंजेस होते हैं। दैट इज वन ऑफ द मेजर इंपॉर्टेंस जो कि कंपनी लीड करती है। So in that case, yes, what is now international PLC? जो S shaped की हम बात करते हैं जिसमें 4 स्टेजेस होते हैं, वो एक नॉर्मल एक बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट है PLC का। बट now what is international PLC? International PLC, yes, in that case PLC में जहाँ हम सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट के कॉन्सेप्ट की बात कर रहे थे, in international PLC we are not only emphasizing on the international product life cycle. We are not considering the product only. We were actually considering the consumption patterns also. Like international product life cycle discuss the consumption pattern of the product in many countries. This concept was basically explained that the product passes through the several stages of product life cycle. The product is innovated in the country, usually a developed country, to satisfy the need of the consumers. So the innovatory country wants to exploit the technological breakthrough and start marketing the product in the foreign country. So in that case, the Trespra and Spathi have identified the 4 phases in the international PLC. So in that case, international PLC के अंदर भी 4 cases को identify किया है, 4 stages को identify किया गया है. First is export strength. Another is export strength is the evidence by innovator country. Another is the foreign production starts. Another is foreign production becomes competitive in the export market. Another is import competition begins. So these are the 4 phases of the PLC we were stating by the international PLC. Now this is the international PLC. Before going to understand this diagram, we have to consider what these are stating. These points are stating. Export strength is evident by the innovator country. That is what products are normally innovated in the developed country. That's very obvious. The innovative products are developed in the developed countries because they possess the resources to do so. So in that case, the firm have a technology know-how and sufficient capital to invest on that particular research and development activity. The need of the adoption and modification also force the production activity to be located near the market to respond quickly towards the changes. So the consumer are affluent in the developed country who may prefer to buy the new product. Thus the manufacturer are attracted to produce the goods in the developed country. The goods are the marketed in the home country, and after meeting the demand of the home country, the manufacturers start exploring the foreign market and exporting the goods to them. And this phrase is basically stating that the introduction and growth stage of the product life cycle. This is what the developed countries के product में अपनी home country की needs को satisfy करने के बाद जब एक company ये decide करती है that they want to enter into the international market, वो international market में enter करना चाहती है, so उस case के अंदर ये सबसे पहली फेज होती है. एक्सपोर्ट स्ट्रेंथ इज द एविडेंस बाय द इनोवेटर कंट्री. दिस इज व्हाट द फर्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ द इनोवेशन एंड ग्रोथ. अनदर इज द foreign production start. Foreign production start is basically the importing firm in the middle income country realize the demand potential of the product on the home market. The manufacturer also become familiar in the producing the goods. The growing demand of the product attract the attentions of the many firms. So this is what the stage of starting a production. That means when the company entered into the market में enter होने के बाद automatically उसकी एक production startup होती है. Production startup in terms of कि that company is really start doing their business in the foreign market. उन्होंने foreign market में अपने आप को explore कर दिया है and they will start doing that business. Another third stage comes into the foreign production become the competitive in the export market. In terms of the firm in the low income countries also realize the demand potential in the domestic market. They start producing the product in their home country by exploring the cheap labor. So they were gaining the expertise in the manufacturing the commodity. That's very obvious. When you are entering with the XY product in the market while producing them, at the same time जितने भी यहाँ के local marketers होते हैं, जितने भी यहाँ के local producers होते हैं, they identify that particular need कि हाँ इस market के अंदर इस product की भी potential है. So automatically they enter into that particular market with the cheap labors, with the cheap concept. So this is where the foreign production become the competitive in the export market. Another is import competition begin. That is what now the producer in the low income importing country sufficient experience in producing and marketing that product. So they attend the economy of scale and gradually become more efficient than the innovator country. So at this stage the innovator country find the import of this country's advantages. So in that case what? उस केस में एक इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट आ जाता है. रीजन इज कि इफ जो भी हमारी इनोवेटिव कंट्री है जिसने पहले प्रोडक्ट को इनोवेट करके अलग अलग सेगमेंट्स में जाके उस प्रोडक्ट को सेल आउट किया था, अब वहीं पर वो जितनी भी लो इनकम सेगमेंट कंट्रीज थी वहाँ के प्रोड्यूसर्स सफिशिएंट इनफ हो गए उस तरीके के प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में. सो ऑटोमेटिकली दे विल बिकम एक्सपर्ट इन दैट. अब उस चीज को सफिशिएंट करने के लिए या उस मार्केट में अपने आप को दोबारा कैप्चर करवाने के लिए दैट पर्टिकुलर डेवलप्ड कंट्री वाज स्टार्ट इंपोर्टिंग द अल्टीमेट रिसोर्सेज. उन रिसोर्सेज को वो इंपोर्ट करना स्टार्ट कर देंगे ताकि उन्हें एक बेनिफिट मिल सके. दैट इंपोर्टिंग कुड बी द ओनली रिसोर्सेज इंपोर्टिंग, दैट कुड बी गेटिंग द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स इंपोर्टिंग. दैट वर्ड्स ऑल कम्स इनटू द इंपोर्टिंग द कॉम्पिटिशंस बिगिन. So now this is a diagram. Now it will be more clear that exporting and importing are the two stages in that to be considered. In that phase 1, 2, 3, 4 is the phases. So this is the first phase जहाँ पर एक initiative country काम कर रही थी. Initiative country एक maturity stage यानी कि जहाँ हम फॉरेन प्रोडक्शन यहाँ पर उसका कंपटीशन राइज हुआ, यहाँ पर उसका कंपटीशन राइज हुआ तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो इम्पोर्टिंग साइड पर आ गई. सेम एज डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज जो थी जहाँ पर वो इससे पहले एक इम्पोर्टिंग प्रोसेस में से देवर कम्स इनटू द एक्सपोर्टिंग साइड, वो एक्सपोर्टिंग साइड पर आ गई. एट द सेम टाइम दिस सेम हैपेंस विद the advanced nation, other advanced nation. So this is what the international product life cycle. So this is what the innovation countries stages, production, export, import. They were actually innovating countries की stages होती हैं. They were in the production, in the export and import. Other developed countries and middle income countries are early importer, then production company, then export in the large volume. अगर less developed countries की बात करें, they were late importers. At the same time they produce that and export, but yes in the small volume rising to the large volume. So this is what the PLC. Now we are moving towards the product development. Product development क्या होती है? Finally to develop the product. It is again one of the very important things because we are working to satisfy the consumer needs. So companies should always try to be in the product development. This means that even if the sales turnover of the company's product in the market is reasonable, the firm should not become the competing but should be consistently looking for the opportunity to improve the items in the terms of consumers' perceptions. Consumer की perceptions को satisfy करने के लिए it is required कि company किसी न किसी तरीके की innovations में हमेशा रहे. वो innovations या वो new things जो हैं that would lead towards the product development. Product development does not necessarily imply the technical or the quality improvement, but yes, it may mean the change in the quality, making the alteration in terms of size, shape and color. That doesn't mean कि आप बहुत ही ज़्यादा drastic वो changes में, but changes could be a minor changes and could be a major changes. It could be change in the style, it could be change in the features, it could be change in the color, shape, and yes at the same time certain kind of improvement would be there. And in respect of that certain item, it means replacing the old product with the substitute product that meets the same customer's requirement. Now, why it is required to have a product development? अगर product development की बात करें तो क्यों required है? Product development basically involves the number of risk. some of which may turn out to be quite expensive, and the arguments against the product development may appear weighty. And yes, it is quite likely that the firm may be able to survive, particularly in the protected economy, without the product development of the reasonable length of the time, and also earn the reasonable profit. In terms of this is, yes, that's very obvious कि firm प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट के अंदर बहुत सारे रिस्क इन्वॉल्व होते हैं. रिस्क इन टर्म्स ऑफ यू विल एक्चुअली हैविंग अ गुड मार्केट विद दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट. आप एक एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट के साथ एक अच्छी मार्केट में होते हो, बट येस एट द सेम टाइम व्हेन यू एंटर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर मार्केट विद द कॉन्सेप्ट, न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट, सो उसकी दोबारा से रीपोजिशनिंग, उसकी दोबारा से एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग जनरेट करना कस्टमर्स के माइंड में, एट द सेम टाइम उससे वही प्रॉफिट जनरेट कर पाना. इट्स अगेन पुटिंग ऑल एफर्ट्स अगेन. सो दिस इज व्हाट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ, इफ यू डिस्कस अबाउट द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट, इट इज subdivided into certain points. First is it's enlightened the company should move towards the risk and not towards the safety. Higher the risk, higher the profit concept. Yes, they involve risk, but this involve definitely lead towards a certain kind of profit. Another is the more one take the risk, the more is likely to be the return. In terms of जितना ज़्यादा risk होगा उतने ज़्यादा return होंगे. Second, risk and success being a part of the business venture. A company's success and growth depend on how far it is able to minimize the risk and maximize the chance of success. कितना ज़्यादा आप risk को minimize करके अपने chance को maximize कर रहे हो to be successful. Another is the third one is a most businesses the choice is not between the complete success and complete failure. It is of being successful. Now what is the risk in the product development? Product development के अंदर किस तरीके के risk rise होते हैं? If we discuss about risks, so yes, depending on the nature and extension of the development, आप किस तरीके की development कर रहे हैं? Are you really entered with the very huge development or it's the minor development? The company really wants to bring out in its product, and exercise will involve the cost in the terms of financial resources. So time, technology, and manpower would be there. The product development enlighten the cost, and this is the first hurdle that the company has to cross before it produce the further. In that case, the second handle in the product development is related to the nature of the research and development. The third problem arises because of the high rate of mortality rate amongst the product, particularly in the competitive environment. Now, what is exactly the process of product development? Product development का overall process क्या होता है? अगर process की बात करें तो yes, the process of product development first is idea generation. Idea generation is that stage जहाँ पर product से related एक company के पास idea generate होता है. That means कि product से रिलेटेड एक कॉन्सेप्ट जनरेट होता है कि हाँ इस तरीके का प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए. दैट इज सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ एन आइडिया वो फॉर्म दैट उसके पास कोई इनोवेटिव आइडिया या रिक्रिएटेड आइडिया उसके पास आता है. देन अनदर इज द आइडिया इवैल्यूएशन. आइडिया इवैल्यूएशन इज व्हाट, जब आपके पास एक आइडिया जनरेट होता है तो उसके बाद आप उस आइडिया को इवैल्यूएट करते हो. दैट मीन्स यू आर एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट आइडिया कि वो आइडिया एक्चुअली है क्या. यू आर इवैल्यूएटिंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट आइडिया. After evaluating that particular idea, the another thing comes into the engineering development. Engineering development is what when you actually trying to perform or trying to work out on the technical basis. जब technical basis पर उस idea पर काम किया जाता है. That means it just to check कि ये product बनाना कितना सक्सेसफुल है या कितना फेलियर पार्ट है. तो उस पर एक डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस किया जाता है. दिस इज द स्टेज जहाँ पर प्रोडक्ट जो है वो मैन्युफैक्चर और डेवलप किया जाता है. अदरवाइज द टेस्ट मार्केट, जब आपका प्रोडक्ट डेवलप हो जाता है या जब वो एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्रोसेस में होता है, उस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के प्रोसेस के बाद नेक्स्ट होता है टेस्ट मार्केटिंग. टेस्ट मार्केटिंग इज व्हाट कंपनीज एक्चुअली डू अ टेस्ट इन टर्म्स ऑफ वो एक छोटे बिल्कुल स्मॉल सेगमेंट के अंदर अपने प्रोडक्ट को इंट्रोड्यूस करवाकर रिव्यू ले सकती है पब्लिक के. एट द सेम टाइम सैम्पलिंग इशू करके रिव्यूज ले सकती है. सो दिस इज व्हाट द काइंड ऑफ टेस्ट डेवलपमेंट. This test development could be happen internally with the company, but test marketing is there just to get the feedback from the consumer side. After that test marketing, the last step is commercialization. Commercialization is what, when ultimately your product is in the market, और जब वो अपने आप को commercialize कर देता है, they introduced that product in the market and they actually start working on the marketing concepts, on the introductory concept, on the advertising concept of that particular product. That comes into the commercialization. Now, what are the characteristics of product development? Product development characteristics are basically divided into the two aspects. सबसे पहले है, it must be realized that the product development is continuous process. Yes, product development अपने आप में बहुत ही ज़्यादा continuous process है. They always keep on moving and keep on processing. Another is second phase of product development, which is related to the concurrency and interdependence of the various activity. There was always interdependent. किसी ना किसी तरीके के environmental changes, किसी ना किसी तरीके की characteristic changes के बाद ही एक product development होती है. So yes, there are a few questions which you have to do it yourself. First is, what do you understand by the international product life cycle? International product life cycle क्या होती है? Then another is, what you mean by the commercialization of the product, and yes, at the same time, what is commercialization of the product? So you have to explain that commercialization in international PLC with diagram. So this is all about for the today's session. We are winding up here. Thank you so much. Happy learning. We learn.